May the peace of the Lord, His grace and His blessing showers upon every brothers and sisters.
求神的怜悯、慈爱、平安都赐给大家。
In our walk of faith, we will one way or another encounter some difficult situations
在我们信仰的路上，我们都会遇到一些困难的事情，
where we need the guidance and the deliverance from God.
我们需要神给我们在当时候的一个帮助。
During those difficult encounters,
在那样子困难的情况底下，
do we sometime in our prayer find ourselves formulating our own solutions?
那我们会发现我们在祷告的时候，会自己已经设定好我们的解决方案。
Do we precondition how God should or will solve our problems?
我们是不是已经先设定好神应该用什么样的方式解决我们的问题？
But then later, sometimes we found that God uses the most insignificant things or person around us to transmit the message to us.
但是我们后来才发现，神会用一些我们觉得微不足道的方式或人，告诉我们他的讯息。
Or sometimes He uses a sermon or a hymnal or a Bible verse to answer our prayer.
或者有的时候他是用圣经的经节或者是赞美诗来回应我们的祷告。
So this morning I wanted to share a Bible story.
今天早上我要跟分享一个故事，
The story very similar. This story actually very similar to what I just described.
我这个故事跟我刚才所描述的是非常相近的。
This story actually happened about 800 years before Christ,
这故事是发生在主前800多年前，
and it's happened in the northern kingdom of Israel.
它是发生在以色列北国。
After King Solomon died, the Israel kingdom was divided into two kingdoms.
在所罗门王死后，这个以色列国分裂为南国、北国。
There's a southern kingdom of Judah with the capital in Jerusalem.
南方的犹大国，它的首都在耶路撒冷。
And then there's the northern kingdom of Israel with its capital in Samaria.
而北国以色列国，它的首都在撒玛利亚。
The Bible says that the northern kingdom of Israel did evil in the eyes of God.
圣经上记载着北国，他们是在行神眼中看为恶的事情。
Therefore, God raised the neighboring countries to raise them up against Israel.
所以神兴起把他们的邻国来攻击他们，
One of the country is the kingdom of Aram.
而这个邻国就是亚兰国。
Let's turn to 2 Kings chapter 5.
我们看列王记下第5章，
2 Kings chapter 5 verse 1 to 14.
列王记下5章第1节到第14节。
2 Kings chapter 5 verse 1 to 14.
列王记下5章1到14节。列王记下5章1节，亚兰王的元帅乃曼在他主人面前尊为大，因神曾借他使亚兰人得胜，他又是大能的勇士，只是长了大麻风。2节，先前亚兰人成群出去，从以色列国掳了一个小女子，这女子就服侍乃曼的妻。他对主母说：“巴不得我主去见撒玛利亚的先知，必能治好他的大麻风。”4节，乃曼出进去，告诉他主人说：“以色列国的女子如此说。”5节，亚兰王说：“你可以去，我也答信于以色列王。”于是乃曼带银子10他连得，金子6000舍克勒，衣裳10套，就去了。6节，且带信给以色列王，信上说：“我打发臣仆乃曼去见你，你接到这信，就要治好他的大麻风。”7节，以色列王看了信，就撕裂衣服，说：“我岂是神，能使人死，使人活呢？这人竟打发人来，叫我治好他的大麻风。你们看一看，这人何以寻隙攻击我呢？”8节，神人以利沙听见以色列王撕裂衣服，就打发人去见王，说：“你为什么撕了衣服呢？可使那人到我这里来。”他就知道以色列中有先知了。9节，于是乃曼带着车马到了以利沙的家，站在门前。10节，以利沙打发一个使者对乃曼说：“你去在约旦河中沐浴7回，你的肉就必复原而得洁净。”11节，乃曼却发怒走了，说：“我想他必定出来见我，站着求告神的名，在患处以上摇手，治好这大麻风。”12节，大马士革的和亚巴拿和 法尔法，岂不比以色列一切的水更好吗？我在那里沐浴不得洁净吗？于是气愤愤地转身去了。13节，他的仆人进前来对他说：我父啊，先知若吩咐你做一件大事，你岂不做吗？何况说你去沐浴而得洁净呢？14节，于是乃曼下去，照着神人的话，在约旦河里沐浴7回，他的肉复原，好像小孩子的肉，他就洁净了。
Amen. So here, the army of, it says here, the army of Aram raided the northern part of Israel.
这边谈到这个亚兰这个国家在攻击这个以色列国，
Many were captured and brought back to the kingdom of Aram.
所以有很多人就被掳回去亚兰国了。
Amongst the capture was an Israeli girl.
而在这个被掳的当中，有一个小女子，
This girl became the slave of the wife of the commander of the Aramean army,
而这
named
个
Haman.
小女子就服侍乃曼的妻子。
Now, verse 1, we read that, that Naaman was a great warrior.
我们在第1节有看到这个乃曼他是个大能的勇士，
But unfortunately, he suffered from leprosy.
但是他很不幸的长了大麻风，
Leprosy is a disease that affects the skin.
而这个大麻风其实就是皮肤上的一个疾病。
Now, in the ancient time, most of the leprosy, there are different kinds of leprosy, but most of the leprosy are incurable disease.
在以前有很多不同的大麻风，那这些大麻风都是没办法治愈的。
And once a person contracted leprosy,
当一个人得了大麻风，
the diseased person will need to be isolated because in most cases it is actually contagious.
因为这个人得了大麻风，他就要被隔离起来，因为大麻风是有传染性的。
Now, this Israeli girl, she's an insignificant slave in the eyes of the world.
而这个谈到小女子，在世人的眼里，她其实是不重要的。
She looked at the suffering of Naaman.
但是她看到乃曼的这个受苦，
She has compassion on the master and said to her mistress.
她就对她这个主人就起了怜悯之心。
In verse 3, she said, If only my master would see the prophet who is in Samaria, he would cure him of his leprosy.
所以在3节，她就这么说：巴不得我主人去见撒玛利亚的先知，必能治好他的大麻风。
Now, this girl is an Israelite.
而这个小女子是个以色列人，
Now, although she is captured in a foreign land,
虽然她已经被掳到这个国外去了，
but she was not assimilated to the foreign cultures or forget about her God,
但是她并没有去效法外邦的习俗，或者是忘记神。
the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
而这个神就是亚伯拉罕、以撒的神。
She still kept her faith in the mighty God that brought the Israelites out of Egypt.
她还是保持着这个带以色列人出埃及神的信仰。
She still remembers all the stories about judges, all the stories in Judges and Kings, and most of all the story of this prophet Elijah.
而她也还记得这些关于士师或者是列王，还有以利沙先知的事情。
Now, in those days, Elisha was a prophet that was speaking the message of God in the land of Israel.
在以色列国，当时是以利沙先知来宣传神的讯息。
There were many, many wonderful stories and of the wonderful miracles that God had done through Elisha.
而透过以利沙，神也实行了很多的神迹奇事。
People told of the story how he lodged in a poor widow's home.
而人家也有记载说，他在一个寡妇家里面住着。
And this poor widow only has a jar of olive oil left.
而他这个寡妇很穷，就只有一壶油。
And people told of the story how he had asked this widow to go and borrow many, many containers from her neighbors.
而以利沙先知叫他去跟邻舍去借，尽他所能去借所有的容器过来。
And then this widow used that jar that she has to pour oil into the container and fill out all the container before that jar dries up.
以利沙先知让他们把油灌在所有的器皿里面，直到所有的器皿都灌满了。
Another story was about another couple that helped Elijah when he passed by their home.
而先知记载，另外是一对夫妻，在这个以利沙先知他经过的时候，
And people tell the story how this couple's son suddenly died, and Elijah's prayer raised him out from dead.
而他们的这一对夫妻的小孩突然间就过世了，然后以利沙先知透过祷告让这个小孩复活过来。
Now we don't know whether or not this little girl, this Israelite girl, ever had the chance to see or meet Elijah.
我们在圣经里面不知道这个小女子是不是她自己本身有遇过以利沙，
But she has certainly heard many stories about this prophet Elisha.
但是我们可以猜想，她一定有听到很多以利沙先知所行的神迹。
And she knew that God could do wonderful things through this person.
所以她知道，透过以利沙先知，神会施行有很多神迹奇事。
Therefore, in verse 3, she was able to suggest this suggestion to her mistress.
所以在第3节，她才会建议她的这个主人去找以利沙。
Also, remember that this girl was one of the captives from Israel.
那我们可以知道，她是其中被掳的其中一个。
No, she serves as a slave girl in the house of Naaman.
而她在这个乃曼家里面作为一个服侍的人。
Naaman is the one that actually turned her world upside down.
而乃曼其实是把他的命运给扭转变成这样子的人。
Naaman is the commander of the army that took her from the comfort of her home.
而乃曼就是这个亚兰国的军队的元帅，让他们的家整个破碎的人。
And it was Naaman's army that brought her to this foreign land filled with idol worshiping and filled with pagan cultures and traditions.
而是乃曼的这个军队把他拉到他们这个外邦之地，充满了偶像崇拜的地方。
However, here we see that she still shows compassion on Naaman.
但是我们在那边看到，他还是对乃曼有这个怜悯之心。
Even amidst her toils and and bondage as a slave.
即使他现在的身份是被捆绑的，像是奴隶一样。
Normally, when a person is turned from a comforting life to a toilsome and troublesome life,
通常一个人如果从很舒服的地方被拉到一个很痛苦、受苦的地方，
the person often try to blame someone else for their misfortune.
我们一般都会去抱怨，去找一个人来抱怨说我们这个不幸的地方。
Now, this little girl has every right to blame Naaman for her misfortune.
但这个小女子她大可以去骂这个乃曼，说是他造成她现在的自己的不幸。
But instead of blaming Naaman, she showed compassion on her master.
而她不这么做以外，她还是对乃曼他这样的人，她有怜悯之心。
This is an act of forgiveness.
这就是一个原谅之心。
Her willingness to forgive her enemy is what the Lord Jesus taught us in Mark chapter 11, verse 25. Let's turn to Mark 11:25.
我们看马太福音11章25节，
Mark.
马可福音11章25节，
Mark chapter 11, verse 25.
马可福音11章25节。马可福音11章25节，你们站着祷告的时候，若想起有人得罪你们，就当饶恕他，好叫你们在天上的父也饶恕你们的过犯。
So she is willing to forgive her enemy.
他很愿意去饶恕他的敌人，
And in that act of forgiveness, she showed that compassion for her master.
在他饶恕的这个举动的时候，他也对他实行怜悯之心。
Now, she also did not forget to preach for the Lord.
他也没有忘记要为神宣传福音。
Because when she opened up her mouth to make that suggestion to her mistress,
因为他在对他祖母说这句话的时候，
she is preaching for the Lord, the mighty power of the Lord.
他就在宣讲神的大能。
Now, this is actually a very strong faith
这次仔细看是一个要有很大的信心，
because she actually sees what is unseen.
是因为他其实看到是我未见之事。
Let's turn to Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1.
我们看希伯来书11章第1节。
Hebrew chapter 11, verse 1.
希伯来书11章第1节，
This is the definition of faith.
这就是信的定义。
Hebrew 11, verse 1.
希伯来书11章1节，信就是所望之事的实底，是未见之事的确据。
Because she haven't even seen that the prophet could cure Naaman.
因为他并没有办法看见这个先知能够治愈乃曼，
But however, her statement said that he would cure him of his disease, of his leprosy.
但是他却这么说必能治好他的大麻风。
Now Naaman is a Gentile.
而乃曼是一个外邦人，
So for her to even think that God will cure a Gentile, that's great faith.
能够去想象说神会治愈外邦人，就已经需要很大的信心。
Because in the past, God performed miracles mostly is for his people to help strengthening their faith.
而因为神在先前他们所实行的神迹都是在他的选民，然后为了要加强他们的信心上面。
Let's turn to Jeremiah 32.
我们一起看耶利米书
Jer-
32章。
Jeremiah chapter 32, verse 19.
耶利米书32章19节。
Jeremiah chapter 32, verse 19 to 21.
耶利米书32章19到21节。19节，谋士有大略，行事有大能，注目观看世人的一切的举动，为要照个人所行的和他做事的结果报应他。20节，在埃及地显神迹奇事，直到今日，在以色列和别人中间也是如此，使自己得了名声，正如今日一样。21节，用神迹奇事和大能的手，并伸出来的膀臂与大可畏的事，领你的百姓以色列出了埃及。
Let's turn to Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 35.
我们一起看《申命记》30。
Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 35.
《申命记》第4章35节。申命记4章35节，这是显给你看，要使你知道，唯有神，他是神，除他以外，再无别神。
God did all these miracles. Purpose is to show the Israelites that He is God.
而神实行这些神迹奇事，是要让以色列人知道他是神，
To show all the mighty power that God possesses or that God performs upon the Israelites is to strengthening their faith.
而神实行他的神迹奇事所靠的大能，是要让他们加强他们的信心。
So therefore, it is really a leap of faith for this little girl to believe that God will also cure this Gentile.
所以对于这个小女子来讲，她的这个举动是有非常需要信心的。
Because if you think about it, if her words don't come true,
那你想想，如果她讲的话没有成真，
her life will be in jeopardy.
她的生命就会有危险了。
Now, many times we are afraid to take that leap of faith.
我们很多时候都不敢有这样子信心的举动。
We always have many concerns. We have too much what ifs.
我们有很多忧虑，我们会去想说，如果没发生会怎么样？
Therefore, our faith is often clouded with many questions and concerns.
所以我们的信心就会被很多忧虑给挤住了。
These concerns, these questions hinder us from taking that leap of faith.
我们这些忧虑让我们没有办法去走出那个有信心的举动。
We don't see many miracles today
我们今天没有看到很多神迹奇事，
because we are so afraid to call on God.
因为我们其实是很害怕呼叫神的名，
We are afraid to say, "In the name of Lord Jesus, I command you to walk."
我们没有信心去说奉主的圣名叫你起来行走。
We're so afraid because we're thinking, "Oh, what if this person don't walk?"
我们会一直去想说，那如果我们说了，那这个人没有起来走会怎么样？
What if I command in the name of Lord Jesus and then nothing happened?
我们如果奉主的圣名说做什么事，那那个事情没有发生怎么办？
What if this? What if that?
如果没有发生怎么办？会怎么办呢？
With this leap of faith, this little girl made that suggestion.
但是这个小女子她有这样子的信心去跟她的主人说这件事。
And we see that God's work is put in motion after she made that suggestion.
我们看到神的功就开始，他讲完话之后就开始实行。
Turn back to 2 Kings chapter 5.
我们再看回列王记下5章，
2 Kings chapter 5, verse 4.
列王记下5章4节。
Then here Naaman went to his master, which is the king of Aram, and told him what the little girl from Israel had said.
4节，乃曼进去告诉他主人说，以色列国的女子如此如此说。
Now the king of Aram immediately told Naaman to go and seek out this prophet.
而乃曼的亚兰王马上跟乃曼说，你可以去找这个先知。
The king of Aram also said that I will write a letter to the king of Israel, ask him to cure Naaman.
他说，我也会写信给这个以色列王，说要他治好你的大麻风。
Now earlier in chapter 3, verse 1 to 3,
在先前列王记下3章第3节的地方，
the king of Israel is Joram. Verse 1.
在这个国王是在第1节的地方是约兰。
And we were told here in chapter 3, verse 1 to 3, that this king, this Israel king, Joram, is not a good king.
所以在列王记下3章1到3节这边，我们可以看到这个约兰以色列王并不是一个好王，
He is the son of Ahab and Jezebel.
他是亚哈和耶洗别的小孩。
We know that from Bible story that Ahab and Jezebel did many evil in the eyes of God.
我们知道，亚哈和耶洗别在神的眼里行很多恶的事，
And they led the Israelites to worship idols.
他们带领以色列民去拜偶像。
Joram did not, Joram followed his parents' footsteps.
而约兰是跟随他父母的脚步，
He also did evil in the eyes of the Lord.
他也行神眼中看为恶的事。
Now, so when this king of Israel received this letter from king of Aram,
而当这个以色列王收到亚兰王的信之后，
he immediately tore his robes, thinking that the king of Aram is using Naaman's sickness as an excuse to come and attack him.
他马上撕裂他的衣服，然后他觉得这个亚兰王是要用这个理由来攻击他们。
Now, king of Israel is supposed to guide the people of God to trust in God and worship God and believe in God.
而以色列王他本当是要带领以色列民来亲近神，来相信神。
However, when we see that when we see here in the story that when he learned the news, he didn't seek God's guidance first.
我们看到他这边收到这个信之后，他并没有先寻求神的带领，
Rather, he immediately jumped to a wrong conclusion.
但他马上就下了一个错误的结论。
Men often jump to a wrong conclusion without very limited understanding.
因为我们人是只有受限的知识，所以我们常常就会去下了错误的决定。
Sometimes looking at a situation on the surface could be very misleading.
而我们有时候只看到表面上的现象，就会让我们下了错误的决定。
Sometimes we might need to take time to understand the entire situation.
有的时候要去了解所有的事情的每一个面向，要花很长时间。
We have to understand from all sides, all facets on what this whole situation is about.
我们需要从不同的角度才能够去了解整个事情的状况。
But most importantly, we need to ask God to reveal the truth and the correct path in order for us to make the right choice.
而更重要的是，我们要求神能够开启我们的眼，能够看到我们该做的事情，知道整个事情。
One time there was a sister. She had a very heated argument with a council member.
曾经有一位姐妹，她跟植物人员有很激烈的争吵。
Now this sister later was complaining about the situation to another brother.
而她之后呢，跟另外一个弟兄在抱怨这样的状况。
And she was telling him how she was wrongly accused and that the council member even threatens her.
而她跟这个弟兄说，她被这个植物人员错误的这个批评，而且还要威胁她。
And if this brother is like king of Israel, immediately jump to a conclusion.
如果这个弟兄像这个以色列王很快的就下了错误决定的话，
And if he believes that what the sister is, what she said is correct,
他如果马上就觉得这个姐妹说的是正确的，
then he will immediately think that this council member is incorrect.
所以他就会马上下了这个结论，说这个职务人员是不对的，
Or maybe he might be helping to spread rumors about these council members.
或者是更糟的是，他可能是会去散布这个谣言。
However, this brother kneeled down and prayed.
而事实上，这个弟兄赶快跪下来祷
He
告，
asked God to reveal the truth to him.
他祷告神能够让他知道知道事情的真相。
A few weeks later, God arranged another council member that knew the entire situation.
而在几周之后，有另外一个职务员知道所有事情的这个职务人员，
In a very casual conversation, revealed the truth to this brother.
在一个比较轻松的聊天的场合里面，告诉这个弟兄真实的状况。
Then this brother all of a sudden realized, oh wow, so this is the truth.
这个弟兄才知道这个事情的原貌是什么样。
Turn to Hebrew chapter 4, verse 13.
我们一起看希伯来书4章13节。
Hebrew chapter 4, verse 13.
希伯来书4章13节。
Hebrew chapter 4, verse 13.
希伯来书4章13节。希伯来书4章13节，并且被造的没有一样在他面前不显然的。原来万物在那与我们有关系的主眼前都是赤裸敞开的。
Everything is shown to the Lord.
每一件事情在神面前都是赤裸敞开的，
Nothing could be hidden from the eyes of the Lord.
在神的眼前是没有办法躲藏的。
So God also arranged Elisha to hear the situation and send message to king of Israel to send for Naaman.
所以以利沙就送了这个讯息到以色列王那边，叫他把乃曼送到他这里来。
Now Naaman came to the door where Elijah lived.
而乃曼就来到以利沙先知的家前。
From the Bible here, we read that Elisha did not come out to meet or greet this general of a great army.
而这个圣经里面，我们看到以利沙并没有出来迎接这个大元帅乃曼，
Now Elisha knew exactly what Naaman is here for.
而以利沙完全知道乃曼要来做什么，
So he simply just sent a message to tell Naaman, hey, go and wash yourself 7 times in Jordan River.
而他只有打发一个使者对乃曼说：“你去约旦河里沐浴7回，
And your flesh will be restored and you will be cleansed.
你的肉就必复原而得洁净。”
But here we see the Bible says that this is not what Naaman wanted to hear.
但是我们从圣经里面看到，乃曼这不是他预期会得到的结果。
He was expecting that Elijah, a peasant in the land, that he won many battles.
而他期待这个以利沙，他是在这个他已经被他们在战争里面输了很多次的这个以利沙里面住在这个地方的一个人，
To ask Elisha to come out and greet him and expect to see Elisha to do something dramatic.
而他期待的是以利沙会出来迎接他，做一个很大的神迹奇事。
In Naaman's heart, he already have expectation of how he is going to be healed. Let's read verse 11.
在11节后面，我们可以看到乃曼他已经有期待是怎么样的神迹。
Verse 11 says, I thought that he would surely come out to me and stand and call on the name of the Lord his God and wave his hand over my spot and cure me of my leprosy.
12节，乃曼说：“我想他必定出来见我，站着求告神，他神的名在患处上摇手，治好这大麻风。”
Like I said in the beginning of the sermon, sometimes we tend to precondition our solutions for the Lord.
就像我一开始在讲的，我们常常在对神的时候，我们会已经有设定说神要按照什么样的方式来回应我们。
Now, when we are in trouble, when we need God, we all know how to pray.
而我们在患难的时候，我们都知道怎么祷告。
But oftentimes, it's very interestingly, when we are praying, we often in our heart, in our prayer, we start to think how God will resolve our situation.
但是我们在祷告当中，却会去想说，神要用什么样的方式来解决我们的问题。
Rather than trusting in God and waiting for His answers, we start formulating that solution for God.
我们不是等待说神他的回应，他的方式是什么，而我们自己已经预想已设计好神应该怎么样来解决这个问题。
I remember when Joshua was diagnosed with the eye cancer.
我记得我的小儿子在被宣告有这个眼癌的时候，
I remember I must have thought of more than 10 ways or different possibility that God could intervene and cure him.
我绝对想超过10种方式，神透过这10种方式伸手来医治我的小孩。
I even thought of ways that God could magically just make that cancer disappear.
我甚至想说，神会不会实行神迹，让这个癌症就消失？
I even thought of ways that God could put the cells together and reconstruct the entire retina, like sci-fi movies. And then the whole thing comes back.
我甚至想象像这个科幻电影里面一样，这个细胞又重组，让我小孩的瞳孔能够又恢复过来。
Can God do it?
神可以这么做吗？
Yes, definitely, no problem.
一定可以这么做，没有问题。
But God chose other ways, other solutions that I have never thought of.
但是神他的方式是我从来没想过的。
He filled Jezreel's eyes with blood.
他让我的小孩的眼睛充满血，
After the blood receded, all the cancer calcified.
而当这个血退掉的时候，我这个所有的癌细胞就钙化了。
People may ask, why don't God completely cure him?
那有人会问说，那神为什么不完全医治呢？
Like Paul, I feel like Paul, lifelong throne is a grace from God.
而我就想到了保罗说，这个身上有一个刺跟着我一生，其实是神的恩典。
Let's turn to 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9.
我们一起看到哥林多后书12章第9节。
2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9.
哥林多后书12章第9节。
Paul asked God 3 times to take away this thorn in his body.
保罗3次求过主，叫这个刺能够离开他。
Verse 9, this is the answer from God.
第9节看到神的回应，
That God said, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness.
9节他对我说：“我的恩典够你用，因为我的能力是在人的软弱上显得完全。”
We are not God, and we don't know what God has planned for us.
我们不是神，我们并不知道神给我们的路是怎么样。
But however, we know that the peace that God gives transcends all understanding.
但我们知道神给我们的平安是超越我们所有的想象。
But sometimes our stubbornness or our preconditioning of God's plan clouds that judgment.
但是有的时候，我们自己的顽固，或者是我们已经预想的这些状况，让我们影响了我们的判断。
There's a story that goes like this.
有一个故事是这样子的：
The weather service predict that there is a very severe flood that will happen within 24 hours.
而这个天气预报说，在24小时里面会有很大的洪水。
The government has already ordered evacuation of a town in the flood zone.
而政府也宣布要撤离在一个镇上面所有的人。
Then the flood came, and it came fierce and fast.
而这个洪水来得又快又急。
Those that did not evacuate quickly climb up to the top of their house.
而那些还来不及逃的人就赶快跑到屋顶上面。
They're on the roof, waving their hand, waiting to be rescued.
他们在这个屋顶上面摇手，希望赶快有人来救他们。
Now there was a faithful Christian was among the stranded.
而有一个很有信心的这个基督徒也被困住了。
He said, "My God, whom I believe in, will come and rescue me."
他说：“我相信我的神一定会来救我。”
He was praying so hard on the rooftop.
他在屋顶上面很努力的祷告。
Soon after, a small rescue boat approached him.
很快的就有一个救难的船来靠近他。
The rescuers on the boat shouted out to him and to this man and said, "Come on board, jump on board."
而这个救难人员说：“你赶快伸出你的手，跳到这船上来。”
The faithful Christian man replied to them and said, "No, I'm waiting for God to come and rescue me."
而这个很有信心的基督徒说：“我不要过去，我相信神会来救我。
God will send his angels to rescue me.
神会派他天使来救我。”
So he refused to jump on board.
所以他就不愿意跳到船上。
Then the man continued to pray harder while the water continued to rise up to his knees.
而他就继续很努力的祷告，但是这个水就越深越高，已经到他膝盖。
Then later, a rescue helicopter approached him.
而之后有个救难直升机就又飞过来，
And then the rescuer from the plane shouted out to him and said, "We will lower the ladder and you climb up."
上面救难员说我们会降下这个梯子，你赶快爬上来。
This Christian man shouted back, "I am waiting for God to rescue me.
这个基督徒说我在等我的神来救我，
God will send his angels to come and rescue me."
神会派天使来救我。
So he again refused to be rescued.
他又再次的拒绝去被他们来救，
The flood water was so strong that it swept him away and he drowned.
而这个水就越来越大，就把他冲走，并且淹过他。
Now, when his soul came before God,
他的灵魂来到了主面前，
his soul was so sad and anguished and asked God, "Why didn't you come save me?"
他的灵魂就很难过，就问神说：“为什么你不来救我呢？
Why, after all my faithful prayer, you still let me die?
为什么我这么努力的祷告，你还是让我死掉呢？”
God answered him, "I did come and rescue you 2 times."
神回答说：“事实上我派我2次来救你。”
The man cried out, "When? I didn't see you nor your angels."
这个人回答说：“我没有看到你，或者是你的天使来救我。”
God said, "I sent you a boat and you refused to be rescued.
神说：“我派了一个船来救你，你拒绝上船。
Then I sent you a helicopter and you again refused.
我就再派了直升机去救你，结果你又拒绝了。
Your stubbornness cost your life."
你的固执让你就这样死掉了。
So we don't know how God will intervene in our life.
我们不知道神会怎么伸手在我们的生活当
He
中，
has so many ways to send help to us.
他有很多的方法可以来拯救我们。
God could use people around us.
他可以用我们身边的人，
He could use our friends, our relatives, our immediate family members to provide help to us.
他可以透过我们很亲近的亲人朋友们来给我们帮助。
We see that in Naaman's story, God first used this Israeli slave girl to suggest a solution to Naaman.
而我们在这个故事里面看到，神是用这个小女子来传达给乃曼信息。
Oftentimes, God's message could be very encouraging, very short.
而神常常给我们这些讯息，可能是非常小、非常短的。
And these encouragement could be from people that we know, that are very close to us.
而这些鼓励的话，可能是会从我们很亲近的人旁边跟我们说，
Or sometimes God's message could be delivered through sermons, through hymnals, through choirs.
或者是这些讯息也可能会透过讲道或者是诗歌里面传达出来。
There are many, many miraculous ways that God sends His messengers to us.
神有很多奇妙的方式来传达他的讯息。
We just need to be patient and open our spiritual eyes and ears and our heart to see and feel.
我们要有耐心，要打开我们的耳朵和心去接受他的讯息，
Then we could see the deliverance of God.
我们就可以看到神的拯救了。
However, if we're like that Christian man in the earlier story,
如果我们却像是我刚才谈到的故事里面这个基督徒，
if we have already preconditioned how God is going to save us,
如果我们已经去设计好神要怎么样来救我们，
then we might miss that opportunity.
我们可能就会错过这个机会了。
Naaman almost missed his opportunity
乃曼差一点就错过这个机会，
because he preconditioned how God is going to save him.
他已经去设定好神要怎么样来救他。
Let's look at verse 11.
我们再看回列王记下5章11节，
Verse 11, here Naaman was so mad and angry that he turned away and was about to go home.
那这边说到乃曼很发怒，转身准备要走了，
He was so mad because Elisha did not come out to greet him.
因为他非常的发怒，因为这个以利沙并没有亲自出来迎接他，
He was so mad because he did not receive the royal treatment.
因为他并没有接受到一个很尊重的一个治疗方式。
The problem with Naaman is that he did not just have the skin condition that he needs to be healed.
他的问题不只是他的皮肤的问题而已，
his heart also needs to be healed.
他的心里面的问题也需要医治。
He was so proud at that moment to see the grace of God.
他因为太骄傲了，所以他没有办法看到神的恩
He
典。
couldn't see that God only asked him to go do such a simple task to go to Jordan River and wash 7 times.
他并没有看到神只是叫他做一个很简单的动作，在约旦河里面沐浴7次而已。
Now, granted, Jordan River is not a clean river.
当然，我们知道约旦河并不是很干净的河，
Therefore, when Naaman heard that he needs to wash in Jordan River, he once again felt that he was disrespected.
因为他被告知说要去约旦河洗的时候，他可能因为约旦河很脏，他就觉得这个是一个不受尊重的举动。
He probably thought to himself that, why do you tell me to go wash in your dirty river?
他甚至会去怀疑说，为什么你要叫我去在这个脏水里面洗呢？
That's why in verse 12 he says that, are not Abana and Pharpar, the river of Damascus, better than all the river in Israel?
所以他在12节才会说，大马士革的河亚巴拿和法尔法岂不比以色列一切的水更好吗？
And it was because of his pride and because he had already preconditioned the work of God.
因为他心中带有骄傲，而且已经去想说神要怎么医治他。
Therefore, when he heard such a simple task, he didn't recognize that this is the grace of God.
他在听到这个一个简单的方式就能医治他的时候，他就没有办法去想说这是神的恩典，
Instead, he felt that it was insincere.
而他反而会去觉得说这是不真诚的。
So God has his plan.
但神有他的方式，
And through this simple plan to manifest his glory.
而透过这个简单的方式就能够彰显他的荣耀。
Let's look at Jeremiah 29, verse 11.
我们看耶利米书29章11节，
Jeremiah 29, verse 11.
耶利米书29章11节。11节，神说：“我知道我向你们所怀的意念是赐平安的意念，不是降灾祸的意念，要叫你们幕后有指望。”
God has his plan for his salvation to manifest his glory.
神有他的方式，让他能够彰显他的荣耀出来。
God continued to show mercy on Naaman.
神对乃曼一直有他的恩典。
In verse 13, we see that God once again used Naaman's insignificant servant to pass on the message.
我们13节，我们知道，神又用这个仆人来，跟他在讲一件，跟他传达这个讯息。
The message is so simple and so straightforward.
而这个讯息其实是很简单、很直接的。
They basically said to him, look, if the prophet asked you to do a great thing in order for you to be cured, wouldn't you do so?
而他的仆人就对他说：“我父啊，先知若吩咐你做一件大事，难道你不做吗？”
Nevertheless, that he only asked you to wash and be clean.
而况且他只是叫你去沐浴就可得洁净呢？
Why not do as what he said?
为什么不照他的去做呢？
At this, Naaman humbled himself and did what the prophet Elisha commanded him to do.
在这里，乃曼才谦卑下来，照着以利沙先知所说的去
He
做。
went down into the Jordan River and washed 7 times.
所以乃曼下去，照着神人的话，在约旦河里沐浴7次。
And on the 7th time, he got up and his leprosy was cured, and his skin, the Bible said, his skin is like the skin of a young boy.
在沐浴7回以后，他的肉复原，就好像小孩的肉。
Sometimes the solution is so obvious and so straightforward in front of us.
有的时候，这个解决方案在我们面前，其实看到是非常简单的。
But unfortunately, sometimes we are so preconditioned on the solution for God that we don't see the salvation of God.
但是我们有的时候，我们就已经去试想神要怎么救我们，所以我们就看不到神给我们的计划了。
But because our God is a loving God, He will continue to help us.
但是神是一个有爱心的神，他会继续来帮助我们。
He will continue to find people, find someone around us to remind us of the obvious.
所以他会继续派其他的人在我们旁边告诉我们，我们这个本来就很明显要做的事情。
But important thing is we need to be willing to listen and willing to step up.
但是更重要的是，我们要能够愿意去听，而且愿意去做。
Take that leap of faith and see the solution from God.
我们要去能够抓住那样，要有那个信心，才能够去看到神给我们的这个恩典方案。
Humble ourselves to accept the solution from God.
我们要谦卑下来，要去接受神给我们的解决，
Then we shall see the deliverance of God.
我们就能看到神给我们的拯救。
Let us sing hymn 58.
我们一起唱诗58首。请坐。
Let's kneel down to pray, give glory and praise unto our Lord in heaven.
我们一起在跪下来祷告，愿一切荣耀归给神。
Let's kneel down to pray.
一起祷告。